Hey guys, welcome. All right, now I'd like to show us something we've been doing on this channel for some time, and I know some persons has been calling to say, "Oh, thank you very much. You saved me from that pair. You saved me from that pair." Now I will look at two currency pegs, that's pounds-based currencies that we looked at before now and how they've played out, and then I'm going to give a heads up of what I also think that they will continue doing. So I'm going to give a heads up on that, what I also think that they will continue doing. So you want to stay tuned and watch others analysis. All right, so now looking at Great Britain pounds Japanese yen, remember this pair, right? If you've not seen this pair on any of if you've not seen this pair of any of YouTube videos, don't watch the videos before now, you want to go ahead and search for this pair and watch this pair. All right, so it's very exciting that it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, like I said earlier, in Davecon FX, what we basically do is to analyze markets with high accuracy. Right, we're not financial advisors, and we're not using your fingers to click on your MT4. Right, so we're basically telling you what we think the market is going to do, and with the history you've seen on our YouTube channel, the market is working way over 90% on our direction. All right, so now, like I said earlier, please do your own analysis. All right, let's look at the Great Britain pounds Japanese yen. Now, if you remember this pair, we dropped this pair sometime early this year or late last year. You can search that on the YouTube. Early this year, late last year or so, but not quite long and all that. So we dropped this pair when the pair was somewhere here. Right, somewhere on this zone, and we'll see what's going to break this zone to this point and then to this point. Now, if you can see that this pair respected what analysis 100%. What I mean is that if you had followed up this pair from the time we analyzed this pair to now, you would have been making straight away 432 pips. Right, that would depend on your entry. That would totally depend on your entry. If you entered somewhere very yet, let me use this time frame. If you entered here, this was our first take profit. This zone here, this one here, was our first take profit, which went on 240 pips. Right, so after that we expected a pullback, and the pullback actually happened after the market got to this zone here. We expected this pullback, all right, and we analyzed that too, that we're going to see some kind of pullback, and then the market will continue going up. So let's even say that you joined our pullback, you never joined our initial entry, which is this point, and you have made also how many pips? 474 pips. Now the exciting thing is that this market moves straight. Now if you watched the earlier video, you will notice that I said that it's going to take probably from now to March, from now to April, or that for all this to play out. But as you can see, the volatility, that's why I always say I don't control volatility. It can happen earlier than we expected, it can happen later than we expected, but again, that was the direction I'll say. Now, before I made this analysis, I did not check Forex Factory, I did not check if pounds is this or that or that. All right, I did not check any kind of fundamental analysis, and I wasn't sentimental about it either. All right, I analyzed the market with the total structure of the market. And if you notice that the last video I made a comment that this point is a structure, and this structure has to be completed, and then you notice that this also made that to that high. Now the question is, I like to insert a particular tool that I love a lot. The question is, where else is the market going to? Where else is the market going to? That's the question. Now, considering that, we're still going to find the market for today. Today is the Friday, right? We're still going to find the market making its way a bit up before it goes down again. And I don't think it's ready for a sell now, right? I don't think it's particularly ready for a sell now, even if it has hit our supposed take profit, which is this zone. This is our anticipated take profit, and the market is exactly our take profit. So if you followed up the trade, you would have been up way over. If you followed our analysis from the entry price, somewhere here you would have been way over 600 pips. I'm correct. You can watch the previous video that would say Gbpjpy giving over 600 pips. That's the pair. All right, so 600 pips. Now it's complete. Like, we've made within 1 month and 1 month and a half, we've backed up 600 pips on this pair. Right, it's really amazing. I can assure you I didn't miss this pair, right? I ride this pair all the way from somewhere, the exact price I gave it, and let me see that 1 day time frame yet. So all the way from the 600 pips, I had all that backed up, right? I had all that backed up, 600 pips on this pair. That's correct, 600 pips on this pair. So this is what we've made on this pair in a short period of time. What it means is that if you followed our channel from the beginning of this year or later last year, that's the effects of December 2019, if you followed our channel from later last year or that year, you would have been up 600 pips just following this pair. Now, I'd like to show you something on how the market works. Now, this is why I love to stay put on a trade and let the market go each direction. Now, if you're a scalper on this trade, remember that, okay, let me do something. Remember that this market started off this day. We started taking off the trade somewhere here, right? Now, if you're 15 minutes, if you trade on the lower time frame, you'll be taking this trade from, pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks and pullbacks and all that, right? What I'm trying to make out of it is that you will always be trapped. If you were taking this trade at scalping, or you're doing an intraday trading, not because these are bad ideas. These are not bad ideas. But like I said earlier on, if you want to do all that in the forex market as of 2021, and even from 2015 or 2014 or so, if you want to do scalping from the map in the forex market now, that worked decades ago. It doesn't really work now. You're going to make more loss than you're making profit, because the market is, as the day goes by, the manipulation, the trapping, technology, everything, it's working towards taking the money of a retail trader, and the ideas being generated on how the algorithms can be created to also make money off the retail traders. It's been done daily, all right? So there's review on these algorithms, and it makes it more difficult for retail traders to make money because of that, all right? That's why, if you notice, if you want to validate what I'm saying, you can go ahead and read up the quotes of the professionals in the field. You will see that all their quote is boiling towards staying on the chart. Now, not because, like I said earlier, you can't make money doing intraday trading. You can always do that, all right? But the principle of doing that is, number one, you have to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, I can assure you, as an intraday trader, you're going to lose more money than you're going to make if you're not disciplined, because you'll be tempted to overtrade. You'll be tempted to overtake trades that are valid and trades that are not valid, because now this is the way it works. If you are an intraday trader, your number one is that you're going to most times over risk your account. Do you understand? Because you're trying to make money faster than a swing trader or position trader, you're trying to make money faster than these guys. All right, so you're going to have to, take trades on a bit of high risk of your account. All right, so now, being said that, I'm going to make a video on how to take up a lot size depending on your account size. All right, so that you don't assume lot size. All right, so I'm going to give out that secret. All right, so you want to go ahead and subscribe. Of course, I'm going to drop that video between now and Monday next week. All right, I'm going to drop that video between now and Monday next week. So you want to go ahead and subscribe. So once the video comes up, of course, you'll be able to see that. All right, so like I was saying before, now today is 5th of February. So before Monday, which is the 8th of February, I'm going to drop that video on how to choose a lot size. All right, I'm going to drop that video from now till Monday. Anytime between Monday, I'm going to make that video. I'm going to show you how to enter the trade with a particular lot size, all right, depending on your account size. So you don't assume lot sizes, depending on the risk and account size and what to take. That way you're in control of your trades. All right, so like I was saying before, the problem with intraday trading or scalping, it's not because it doesn't work, but because the psychology behind it, it's more trickish than keeping the trade to run. What I mean is this: day by day, algorithms are being created and enhanced on because of technology, and all those things are working towards taking off the equity of a retail trader, because without us, these guys can make money. But the reason why they are here, right? And of course, without them, we can't have all this volatility. So they are also the reason why we are here. So it's a win-win thing. But now the in thing is for you to be able to understand how these guys trade and how those algorithms are created and how to be able to ride these algorithms, right? So that you don't think that there's one support or resistance somewhere that you're supposed to sell at resistance and also buy at support. Now, looking practically at this trade, you will see that while I was making my analysis, I didn't consider any resistance. I didn't consider any support. I didn't consider all that, right? Because it's not real, it doesn't exist. Now, when I say this over and over again, support resistance trade has really hit on me, but it's the truth. Until you get through, not because I've traded all those things, I've done all that, all right? I've traded support resistance very well, like before even my 2-3 weeks of learning forex, I was already very good at support resistance, because it's a very simple thing to do. Of course, when market tests a particular zone, at that zone you sell. When market tests a particular zone for 2 times minimum, at that zone you buy, all right? Because it's a very simple thing that even a 5-year-old, 7-year-old child that you teach cannot be able to understand it. So if forex is that simple, then nobody will lose money, all right? So try to also think in that direction. All right, so basically this Gbpjpy Japanese had done really well, and our fake profit of over 600 pips has been taken, and then of course we've backed a lot of pips, and I'm getting a lot of calls and all that. All right, so it's basically what we do at Davecon. All right, so if you want to come into the academy for us to teach you what we'll see and how we'll analyze our own trades to be able to take a high accuracy trades, of course, go ahead and visit the website. You will get all the details you need, and you're also free to contact us at any time. All right, remember to subscribe, and I'm going to drop a video on how to manage your risk depending on your account size, and of course how to take up a particular lot size so you don't assume lot size. All right, so see you in the next video. Right, bye.